Hi guys, welcome back. So today I want to talk about products that just did not work for me. I've been trying a lot of new products and there are a lot of things that have been amazing. And I'm like, oh, but there are a lot of things that I'm just like, too. And we need to discuss them. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what's being a jerk. The first two things are from Covergirl because I am on Covergirl's PR list. I don't know how, and I think that's amazing, but they sent us some things and I've been trying to try out all of it, and there are some definite misses in the brand. The first thing that you guys know because you've actually seen this in action not work for me is the Covergirl eyebrow pomade. This is horrendous. I do not like this. I want to know if anybody does like this. Now, it comes in a pot like this and you open it up and then there's a brush. And you're supposed to stick it on here and then use this thing here, this huge ass thing here as a brush, and then you have this tiny little pot here. This is so tiny that it's hard to handle. This sucks to use. You have like you can't do it. I made such a mess. And you guys, I don't have a hard time doing my eyebrows. This was so bad. And you saw that in that Get Ready With Me. I had such a hard time. I even ended up like smudging it way down on my eye. And the product itself is too soft. It's too moussey. It moves around. It doesn't stay put. And it's too easy to mess up and make mistakes with this. So there was nothing about this that I liked. I didn't like the formula. I didn't like the packaging. It's way too small to try to get into. I mean, this needs to go back to the drawing board, in my opinion. I did not like this at all. The next thing is one of their primers, and this is something that I just newly got. This is the Covergirl True Blend Base Business Skin Primer in the Pore Minimizing. I kept the Pore Minimizing and the Skin Smoothing one because those were the two primers that I was most interested in. The other ones got put into a giveaway. This I was most excited for because it's pore minimizing, and I have pore problems around here and around my nose. So I was really hoping that this was going to be amazing. It says that it's oil-free, fragrance-free, and suitable for all skin types. I think all of that holds true. However, this doesn't do anything for your pores. Nothing. And I found it to be really hard to find any drugstore primer that actually does fill in your pores. It's hard to begin with. It's hard to find any high-end ones that actually do that. This is more of a moisturizer. And the weird thing about it is it says that it's fragrance-free, but it's not. It's got quite a fragrance to it. It's not a horrible fragrance, but it kind of smells like they tried to put perfume over chemicals, and that's what this smells like. So it's definitely not fragrance free, or maybe it's not like fragrance. They didn't put any actual fragrance in it, but the ingredients in it have quite a smell, and it's not really a good one. This was a hard pass for me. I do actually like the smoothing one. I think that one's quite nice, but this is more just a moisturizer. This does not do anything for your pores. The next product is just it did not work for me. It's from Natasha Denona, and these are her top coats, her duochrome top coats for your eyes. I have mine in here, lavender, gold, and silver, which they're so beautiful. You know, they're so gorgeous. And then I have this next one here in burnt terracotta in green, and this is the one that I was really into. I mean, look at that. That is gorgeous. However, these dry out so easily. This one is almost hard as a rock, and then you barely get any pigment at all out of it. When you swatch it or try to use it, there's nothing but a light tinge there. There's nothing. And when you try to get it on your eye, you're severely pulling on your eye. If you have, and this is a top coat, so you're supposed to put it on top of something, it rubs it right off because you cannot get it enough out of here in order to actually apply it to the eye or over top of anything. This one is a little bit easier to get out, but when I swatch it, there's nothing left on the hand besides glitter, and it doesn't stay on your hand. So these were a hard pass for me because they are quite expensive, and you can get stuff from the drugstore that works better than this. So these were a no-go. No, thank you, Natasha. Now this next thing, this I like, but for what it actually is and what you're supposed to use it for, a hard pass. And this is from Bobbi Brown. This is their highlighter in Opal Glow. This is quite a beautiful highlighter. However, when you swatch this, and it's the same way with a brush. When you swatch it, it looks gorgeous. Look at that. When you actually swatch it on your hand, it's, can you see it? Not really. Not really. It gives you glitter. That's what it gives you. Obviously, I have a pattern here. This is more reflective as it is just a bunch of glitter on your face. And if you put it down and then just touch it even a little bit, all that glitter goes everywhere. It does not stay in place. It just goes. It doesn't stay. There's glitter everywhere, you guys. I like this for my body. I like to use this all over my body because I love a shimmery look to my skin. So I use this all over my body. Have not had a problem. Love it for that. Will keep it because of that. But for a highlighter for your face, if you don't like glitter, if you don't want glitter all over your face and like no actual reflective highlight, this is a waste of money. So, and it's quite expensive, you know, so I found a use for it that I absolutely love. It looks so good on your legs and stuff like that, especially with a tan. But for your face, hell no. No way. And lastly, I have a couple palettes. The first one here is from Maybelline, and this is the Total Temptation Shadow and Highlight Palette. I got this a while ago. It took me a while to actually review it. I got it. It looks so gorgeous, doesn't it? It looks so pretty. So I got it. I've been playing around with it. I tried both sides. You kind of get a cool purple side and then a warm tone side. And I love that. I thought that was an amazing play, giving us a cold or a cool and a warm tone option in a palette. These aren't horrible. I'll tell you that right off. They're not horrible. The pigment is not bad. However, this whole side I can't use. I don't like the cool tone side. I think it's patchy, too much glitter, not enough pigment, and the highlight just does nothing. The highlight, there's no reflective, no, there's nothing there, and it's actually quite chunky too. The warm side I don't mind at all, but I have these colors in better quality. So I would never choose this. They don't last as long. They're quite powdery. Some of them are patchy, especially this black. This black is horrible. It's horrible. So this palette is not something that I would use. Now, if you have a budget to where this is the type of makeup that you can only afford, you can't get any high-end, you can't get anything that's better than this, which I think you could with Wet n Wild, to be honest, and they're cheaper, I would go with Wet n Wild. I would still not choose this. It's not going to be something that you use very often, and if you do, I don't feel like you'll be happy with your makeup. So this is something that I will be passing along maybe to my niece or something, because this just, it was a hard pass for me. And the last palette here is the Medalist palette from Touch in Soul. This kind of intrigued me at first. This is a High Shine Bouncy Cream Shadow palette. It comes with 6 shadows, quite big pans, and it's full of glitter. I'm just not feeling glitter very much for my face or my eyes. I mean, maybe a little bit in my eye area where I do my half cut crease. On that part of my lid, I don't mind glitter at all. But these types of glitters are so hard to work with. These, while they're cream, they're not creamy enough to use on the eyes. They're not. They're quite hard. The pigment is hard to get off. Like, you really have to rub with your finger. Trying to do this with a brush is downright impossible. And then when you try to transfer that to your eye, all you end up getting is the glitter. So this is a huge waste of money in my opinion. I don't find it like it would be user friendly. I don't at all. I don't quite even get it, to be honest. I don't get why they made it. I don't understand. It's just not pigmented enough, it's not creamy enough, and then it's just glitter. And I wonder if that's what they're going for. I mean, when you swatch it, your finger that's all glitter, and that's supposed to be brown. Like, maybe this is for some people, if they don't use anything on their eye, but like just wiping a cream shadow on there, that might be easier for some people to use this palette. But I think for a lot of us, this is just not a palette that is going to be very useful. Alright, so that is everything that just did not work out for me. For the most part, there are things that just did not perform very well, or they're not what I want in makeup. They're not what I thought they were going to be. A lot of it has to do with glitter. I'm not really looking for a lot of glitter, and if I am looking for glitter for my eyes, it has to be very creamy and pigmented and easy to work with. I'm not looking to be at my vanity for 2 hours trying to correct something because something was so hard to work with. A highlight should not have that much glitter in it, so I use it for my body, but it's not, you know, someone's going to grab that thing and they can use it for their face and they're going to get like a glitter bomb blow up all over their skin. The CoverGirl stuff just did not perform, you guys. It did not perform, along with the Maybelline eyeshadow palette. It just, I think you could do better with Wet n Wild. So it's a little bit of an insult to me that Maybelline would come out with such a cool concept, but the quality just stinks. Like, I was a little mad about that, to be honest. So if you guys have these products or any opinions on them, leave your comments down below in the comment section. Let me know what you've tried out that's just failed for you lately. If you like this and you want to see more of these videos, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.